Alright folks, I've been meaning to do this for quite some time. I wanted to cover my top 5 Grand Theft Auto games. And before anybody asks, no, this isn't some random reaction just because GTA 6 came out, and don't worry, I'm not going to do any ridiculous shock-faced thumbnails. The amount of cringe since its reveal has been driving me nuts really, so I've had to mute the game. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, top 5 GTA games. Now I'm going to throw in a couple of honourable mentions as well, and I suppose I've been on a bit of a GTA binge recently, and that's what really made me want to do this video. And obviously during the live stream, the charity live stream this year, we streamed Vice City, and it just reminded me how amazing the series can be when it's good. So let's start with number 5. So number 5, I'm going with Vice City Stories, and this is actually a game I'm currently playing, and I've never actually played it before. I put about 10 or 15 hours into it at the moment, and I'm really enjoying what I'm playing here. It's like a hybrid version of Vice City with some of the mechanics from San Andreas and beyond. Now I am exclusively playing this on the PS2, but this originally was a PSP title. So the action in the missions is quick and it's snappy, and I actually like that design makeup of the mission structure. And you can see that it was influenced originally by handheld gaming, that the missions are a bit quicker, but I really like that, to be honest. The other great thing about this is the soundtrack is absolutely stellar. I'd say it's close to, if not some channels on par with Vice City itself. Arguably, some of the best music in the entire series is in this game, believe it or not. Anyway, that's Vice City Stories. I'm really enjoying this. And as I said, about 10 or 15 hours into it. I know it's shorter. I've about 45 missions done, and there's about 55 missions in total in the main game. So not as long as the other games, but still really worth your time. Number 4 is GTA 5, which I do think this has a pretty bad rep, and it's really only publishing driven because the fact is this game has been re-released a bazillion times, and of course the ongoing monetization of the online multiplayer stuff. Anyway, I've never played any of that stuff, so I don't really care. I'm referring to 2013, and when I've replayed this campaign a couple of times, I find it excellent and has some of the most exciting missions in the entire series. And let's not forget that, okay? So the campaign itself I'm referring to is really good. It's really well written and has excellent characters, really well delivered dialogue, and I love the fact that you can switch between the 3 characters as well. So this is the first time we had 3 protagonists. And I do feel as well that they improved on one of the biggest gripes maybe from the entire series, which was the shooting mechanics can sometimes be a little bit cumbersome and or archaic, depends on the year that the game came out. So they definitely improved on that in this game. So number 3, I'm going with episodes from Liberty City. Now, I know a lot of people don't like GTA 4. I personally didn't mind that game. I actually enjoyed the campaign. I've beaten it. I think the biggest issue some GTA fans had was it was the first foray into next gen at the time for Rockstar, and everybody was playing San Andreas up until that point. So with GTA 4 there was kind of a switch to realism, and that kind of filtered through to the mission structure. There was a lot of A to B missions without any excitement going on at all. And that was a big problem for a lot of fans, again coming off the back of San Andreas. But episodes of Liberty City pretty much addresses all of that, in particular the Battle of Gay Tony. Some absolutely amazing fun missions in this game. There's one where you have an explosive auto shotgun on top of a train, if anyone remembers that one. Brilliant mission. And this was DLC for GTA 4. It was like nearly a full release. It was about 20 hours long for each of those campaigns if you did everything, which is amazing. We never got to see anything like this for GTA 5, which was such a shame. You know, I really struggled with this one, but San Andreas is number 2 for me. Now, all the classic GTA games, what did they do best? They introduced new mechanics, new vehicles, new ways to do things. San Andreas upped the ante big time from Vice City, expanded on the map twofold. It was bloody huge at the time, and it introduced kind of RPG light elements as well, which everybody was so addicted to. The game was long as well. It was beefy, had a beefy campaign, and had loads of side activities to do. You could get drawn into this game for hundreds of hours, and I've beaten this probably 5 or 6 times in my lifetime. And I've only recently beaten this again via the GTA trilogy. It's not bad. It's based on the mobile port. Still though, the best way to play this game is the original Xbox, and if you want obviously the full soundtrack, because Some of the songs are missing in the trilogy. But anyway, I did struggle with this. People can probably guess what my number 1 is going to be. But before we do that, let's get into some honourable mentions first. So the 2 honourable mentions is Chinatown Wars, an absolutely brilliant top-down game, better than 1 and 2. Yeah, I know that might piss off some people. Brilliant game. I originally played this on the DS. I'm replaying it right now on the PSP via PSP emulation. I'm using my Xbox One controller to play it. Brilliant game. Excellent story. And for the time as well, you remember there was no actual mobile version of a GTA game. So a brilliant foray into that handheld market. The other one I'm talking about here is Liberty City Stories. I was originally just going to put GTA 3 here, but I've actually replayed both most recently. I found GTA 3 quite archaic to go back and play, even though it was the first foray into open world GTA. I know, but still, I actually think Liberty City Stories is a better game overall now, and I like the fact that the protagonist is voiced. It's still in the same city technically as well. Okay, I think it was very clear what number 1 was. Personally speaking, why I'm picking Vice City as number 1 is, first of all, I absolutely love the 80s theme. I love the 80s setting. I love the gangster epic that you get from Vice City, obviously taking influence from major motion pictures like Scarface, Carlito's Way, and the fact is Ray Liotta did the voice acting for this. It's pretty amazing. Some really cool actors in this game, and it's just that whole setting and theme, and then not to mention the soundtrack. The soundtrack is beautiful. It was just the game that made me want to cruise around in the game, just to hear the tunes play, just to cause chaos. It was really a sign of Rockstar North hitting their prime and giving us one of the greatest open world action games of all time. And still to this day, an absolute timeless classic. Yes, there are some archaic elements to the controls, but still, it's still forgivable. I've recently only replayed this during the live stream, the charity live stream on the original Xbox, the most exquisite way to replay this game via the original Xbox. I'd highly avoid the GTA trilogy for this one because the soundtrack is so essential to the entire game, and you get the full soundtrack with that version, and you can output the video at 480p. For me, the best version of the game, and I'm really hyped actually getting back into the streaming this. We had so much fun during the stream and so much chats and laughs. So yeah, that's it. Please share down in the comments what you believe your top 5 is. Have I missed out on other games? What have I not put in, or what should I have put in here? Please let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.